What's going on, Masculine Post? Welcome to the channel. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Get the word out. Show your love. Okay, let's talk. Let's talk. Why is it that beautiful women these days tend to, I'm not saying all, but most, tend to have a bad attitude or are just not great in terms of character? If you see a sister that is natural hair, very good looking, 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna have a good time engaging with them. Usually argumentative, justifying their behavior. Why is that? I do believe that some of the reasoning is that back then, if a father and a mother had a child, a girl who was pretty, the father understood that that child still needed to have character and skill sets. They were raised to have, they did chores at home. Okay? She did not just, you know how sometimes mothers are like, oh, you're so cute, you're so cute. Fathers would be like, okay, they allow for the child to go through some hardships. So if a child who is aesthetically pleasing would be raised in a dual parent, there will be more character in the individual. Or if it's the father raising the child on their own, because I got daddies who got pretty little girls who emphasize that I don't want her to feel entitled. I always teach her to, between what's right and wrong. She just can't be rude. She just can't be rude. She just can't be riding a tantrum. So I feel like fathers are the ones who kind of stomp out the fires of entitlement. Now we have single mothers who want to compete on a sexual market value. So they teach their daughters through actions because the child observes the mother and copies that behavior. So now, at least back then, the father understood no matter how pretty she is, she cannot run in the world by herself. She gonna need somebody to accompany her, to lead her after the father is gone. Amen. So the father would understand and therefore would get the mother to teach the child cooking skills. So the mother would impart cooking skills onto the child, cleaning skills, administering punishment if the chores were not done. So these were the things so therefore this good looking woman also had some good traits now, some home training. So she wasn't just showing up as she was and expecting life to just hand her whatever she wanted because she was pretty. So even if she got married to a man, because beauty was exchanged with a man who was maybe upstanding, a wealthy person, or a man of means, oftentimes, man of means get to have first dibs on they have the pick of the litter, basically put. So the woman was not just useless to him, and that's why they preserved the marriage. You see some old ladies with their man. The man may not look that great, but you can see that she still has all those good habits of a good woman. Fast forward to where we're at now. Any woman, even the ugly ones, can paint themselves and get some action. And you're finding that even at that basic level, they can't do anything. They can't cook, they can't clean, can't do nothing. Because the value exchange is now the beauty. They get rewarded by doing sexual innuendos on YouTube or Instagram or OnlyFans, and that's the only currency they got. And the root shock is when the beauty starts to fade and they're not looking for a man and they're shocked that the beauty exchange does not translate because men care more about other things. And this foolish nonsense that men all they care about is sex. Most men are busy on their purpose. Sex is not their priority. Yes, they want it. Yes, they need it. But it's not the end all be all. So this idea of exchanging beauty for to replace anything else that a woman might have of value is going to go out of fashion in 2024 slowly because we have access to now visually many women online. And oftentimes it's not even real, it's purchased or it's makeup, it's all beat on. So the idea that women can get by without any real value to men, it just makes them available for sexual encounters. If it's not for sexual encounters, what else can you do? And that's what men, I've heard the phrase many times, what do you bring to the table? The encounters, sexual encounters, will be had with men and women because hey, you brought beauty to the table. Okay, let's experience that. Now, what else do you have? And the woman will say, well, I got a big butt, I got this. But to the man that gets old, because if you have encountered a beautiful person, you realize that when you live with that person, beauty starts, it just fades because, we get used to it. It's like having a brand new car. You could have a brand new Ferrari, but the more you drive it, it just becomes a regular car. So modern women will be doomed because most of them do not know how to sew, cook, or clean. Now I know how to do all them things because I had a mother who understood that for me to be who I was, even if I was good at certain areas, now I understand I'm a man, I still needed to be trained in other skills. So I've always learned to add skill upon skill. A wise woman will add skill on her beauty, making her rank above the rest. She will add something else to her character, and that's what will separate them. But all of them run towards this idea of aesthetics, and they all then become the same, and they're all supplying the same product. And of course, the price of that product comes down, and nobody's marrying anybody because you're just bringing beauty to the table. There's no character value, there's no honesty, there's no honor, no integrity. That's what men resonated with the father figure of Kevin Samuels, because the man was trying to impart something other than. But what did women do? They got upset. They got mad at him, and they celebrated that he died, just to show the disorderliness of our community. So we have a lot of beautiful women that are useless for long term anything. They're useful to look at, useful when they do the dancing, and you know, and unfortunately, being known for that. Are they good women out in the community who are doing things, putting their hand up and trying to change things? Yes. But the loudest are the ones who are the brats, the ones who are just ratchet, the ones who are like, live, they got the fake eyelashes, they got the nails, they got the bonnet, some of them, so entitled. But as time progresses, time will show that if you didn't build yourself innately that value as your beauty fades, you're going to be all alone. And you have to be because all you had was build yourself up based on aesthetics, and that's not long term. So, long term, you get that which you invested in because everything will become, even men who become men of value, it's not automatic that a man becomes valuable as he gets older. No, he has to build himself up. He has to discipline himself. He has to train. He has to eat right. So whatever he becomes as becomes older, he understands and he knows what it took to become those things. Therefore, he will not just allow anybody. He's going to be selective. So y'all women, you know, y'all need to just be like, understand that when you show up to the world without any real skills, you won't just get ran through because that's all you're presenting. That's all you're presenting. The more value you pack in yourself, the more you be put to work in the right departments. Life is just like a business transaction. You're a good wife, you're gonna be put in a good wife role and you play that role to till you die. Same thing with men. You add value into yourself. You're going to be given a good role in life, and you play that role, and life becomes enjoyable. But this idea of pretty will get me around everywhere is very toxic for women, and it's troublesome for men because men is going to eat their share and leave it out, leave the rest. Like I've had my turn, and there's a lack of loyalty in that anyway because a woman is beautiful. She don't feel like she can sit and settle. Why should I belong to one man when I can get multiple resources from multiple men? Okay? So I just wanted to bring that word out about the whole beauty thing. Men do not be fooled by a pretty woman and marrying them because you're doing yourself a disservice. Just because she looks good, that should not give you this idea that she's marriage material. We gotta check for other things, other qualities that last long. Interview some people that have been together for a long time. It's hot here. I'm sweating like crazy. I interview some people that have been here married for a long time, and they will tell you what it takes to be a good to marry somebody who is going to be um, competent to do wifely things with you. Okay, because a lot of people are entitled, and beauty is running the show, but beauty runs out. All right, peace, love, and blessings.